Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is our A Song of Ice and Fire Baratheon starter set tabletop miniature paint through video. Getting the minis unboxed from the set, getting them ready for painting. I'm going to use a new technique on these today. We're going to use a base coat of flat black, but then I'm going to spray the plate armor using the airbrush. So it'll be kind of interesting. You can see these minis look really cool. Here I'm going to give them the shaker can with a flat black spray paint. Just a quick reading from the inside of the book here. It says, "The War of the Five Knights officially began in 298 AC, tracing its primary roots to the simmering tension shared by House Lannister of Castle Rock and House Stark of Winterfell. Scholarly consensus named Lord Eddard Stark's arrest by Joffrey Baratheon as a primary catalyst. On the Iron Throne sat the newly crowned King Joffrey, direct heir to King Robert Baratheon. But Lord Stannis Baratheon and Lord Renly were waiting in the wings. While the ruler's passing had caused marked instability in his wake, it can be safely said that King Robert's death brought about the bloodlust and most devastating conflict ever seen in the Seven Kingdoms." This is sort of like where the Baratheons come in. So you can see we're doing a flat black shaker can. I still haven't bought that Lazy Susan. I got to pick one up, so I definitely will do that. And but you can see these look great just with the black spray paint on them. And got another piece of the minis. So what the paint through palette is this is a speed paint through today. And what I'm going to do is how can I get these tabletop ready? I was watching some videos of basically this technique where they had the flat black paint on as the primer, and then they hit it with a metallic airbrush paint to give the armor to pop, but you still get those black undertones, and then basically just painting the highlights of the robes and the cloaks and things like that with the Baratheon golden color there. So I kind of wanted to go through this technique here and show you how I'm doing. So we've got all these primed up. So I'll use the box art in the reference cards here as the palette guide, but you can see we got Baratheon wardens here. We've got stag knights. We've got the stag knight captain, and then we have the bannermen for both the wardens and the stag knights. We also have the sentinels. We've got 11 sentinels here, and they're cool because they're wielding like either double hammers or hammers and war hammers, and they also got a sentinel bannerman there. And then we also have some of the leaders like Stannis and Renly, Lady Shira, and Alistair Florent. We'll get all those painted up, but again, this is a speed paint through. So what I really wanted to do that was switch up is I got the airbrush broken out, and I will basically apply a airbrush aluminum color to all the minis on top of the base coat, and I'll do this in a way that makes the models seem dark and sort of sinister, but at the same time give them that metallic sheen from the aluminum coat. So basically I'll just use this, this is skull color aluminum that I'm using, and I'll have that, just prep these. I've let these dry, maybe just an hour with the base coat, but they're nice and dry to the touch. You can see it's skull color aluminum. And then we're just going to basically get these, hold these up close, and just spray them with an aluminum. Now, I've got the nozzle kind of narrow, so I can target in on the helmets, the shoulder, the plate metal, then the boots and things like this. But in fact, I'm going to give the whole model I'm going to give each unit a coat in aluminum. So you can kind of see this in action here. And I kind of like the effect. So you can see that they already start to kind of like get a Zenithal Prime kind of look to it. But because I'm painting them all over, you'll definitely see the highlights of these. I'll give you a couple of these close up, clean up the airbrush, and let's get on to brush painting. So I'll take all these off the board, but you can see right away when you look at these close up that they look real nice. They're dark, but they've got that kind of plate metallic look, kind of have a sinister look to them. And then I think when we pop them with the yellow robes, they're going to look great. So really right now I'm only in probably about an hour's worth of painting for all these minis. And then if we go into it, I'll get these taken off the tacky board, and then I'm going to go into starting to do the brush work. But I'll walk you through some of the minis here one by one, and you can see how they look with that metallic paint. Looks real great, right? I kind of like the look on these. Here you've got our Stag Knights, and here you've got our Wardens, and here you've got our Sentinels. I like these guys with the long capes there. They look pretty good. You've got Stannis and Renly. And we got some of our Bannermen. The Stag Knight Bannerman looks awesome, right? Looks intense. And then I'm just going to go with a normal yellow for the, I'm going to use a Tamaya yellow for the cloaks. So really it's just a standard yellow. And again, I've got this fairly well watered down, so you get some of those highlights that come through on the metallic spray coat. And I'll probably end up doing 2 coats of this yellow just for coverage. And this way you can kind of, you know, so we'll sort of speed through some of these. My goal is to get these, I want to play a game with the Baratheon army, and I just want to get them painted enough so that we can get them on the board. I'll probably do another quick paint through with details on Renly, Stannis, and the other non-combat units, so we can focus in on those. And then I'll probably even do some minor details on these, like touching up the black. I'm going to make the shields yellow with a black lion on them. That's the way I'm going to stand it up. But for now, I'm just going to hit the shields and the. I'm just going to hit the shields and the banners with the yellow, just for the speed run, to get these on the board. Yeah, so I think that there's a nice contrast here with the black and yellow, and then with that aluminum spray. So I'm going to start to, probably with minis, I'm going to experiment a bit more with these. I'm not sure which ones I'll do next. Either the Greyjoys, or I'll do the Night's Watch starter set. I still don't have the Free Folk or the new Martell set out, so I've got some stragglers of the Free Folk, but not yet. Then I was going to paint the Stormcrow Archers. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do a separate video for the Stormcrow Archers, and then I'll also finish up with Renly and Stannis and Florent and the figures. So now you can see how these guys look. I mean, this is just the first coat of yellow, and then with the metallic spray and then the base coat, they already kind of look pretty fun. And then I'll go ahead and I think next up I'm going to grab those stag horns for the Stag Knights, and I will hit those with a desert yellow, another Tamaya desert yellow color. So we'll get into painting those. Here's the desert yellow, and again, these are just touch those up with a quick hit on both sides. If you put enough paint on the brush, you can get the antlers, I guess they are. And that's it. Just kind of go through these, speed paint through those. And the Stag Knights really pop now. They look really good. Yeah, so that's just about going to do it for the video. I am going to touch these up a bit more and put some details. I'll probably go back and hit them with some silver as well. But I think to get them tabletop ready, I'm real happy with these. This is probably just a day's worth of painting. So guys, if you like what I'm doing here on the channel, like or subscribe. You can ring the bell and get notified when we get a gameplay together with these. And looking forward to putting these guys on the board. As usual, you can check out our bookstore link below. You can check out our other podcast, Pontos Fathom Press. And thanks a lot for your support. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you like what we're doing, hit us up on the Patreon. And I'll leave you guys with a parting shot, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.